Hi, I'm Debbie and I'm going to show you how I create a multi-tier architecture with two load balancers operating and a multi-tier architecture supporting the autoscaler of the web and the app. So this is the diagram I created on draw.io. I'm just going to move to one that's a little bit more presentable. So as you can see, we have a VPC set in North Virginia region with two availability zones, availability zone A and B. Each zone has one public subnet and three private subnets. We have a web tier and an app tier. We have load balancers and web and app auto scaling, and we also have security tier 2. So I created a VPC called Project VPC, which is connected to a NAT gateway called Project Gateway. I have 8 subnets in 2 zones. 2 are public and 6 are private. If we jump onto our route table, we can see that I have 6 subnets in the private route table and 2 subnets in the public route table. Next we'll jump to our security groups. So I have an app security, DB security group and a web security group. So next we're going to jump onto RDS. And I created a DB database. The configuration is dbt2.micro and my SQL, the DB name is lab. If we look at connectivity, there's our endpoint and our port. The availability zone is US East 1B, and then our DB subnet group as well is here. So then I wanted to create the load balancers. So I create 2 load balancers, an app group and a web ELB. The app group, if we click into it here, is connected to our Project VPC and subnet 1 and 2, and then the web one is connected to our Project VPC and subnet 1 and 2. The web is connected to the web security group, which allows HTTP access to the web, and our app is, the security group is app tier security, which allows access to the app tier. If we look at our AMIs, I created 2, the web tier AMI and the app tier AMI, and these will be used for our auto scaling groups. So then we made 2 auto scaling groups, the app autoscaler and the web autoscale. The web one has a LANs configuration webconf and is attached to our AMI and the web security as well. And then our app autoscaler has a configuration of app config and our AMI, and the security group is the app tier SG. If we look at our instances, we can see that we launched the web and app autoscalers in both availability zones. And now we want to test if the web ELB is working. So if we jump back to our web ELB and we copy the DNS name, we can see that it is loaded to 100% and it is successful. We want to check the ODS as well, which is also successful and shows our information here for us. We want to now do the same with the app now. So the same, we're going to get our DNS name and enter it into a new tab. And again, it is successful and has loaded 100%. And we check the RDS, it also is successful and gives us all our information. So that's my assignment. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for listening.